I headbanged too much one time that when I stopped headbanging and kind of like got back there to go sing, I got myself dizzy and there was all these like lights everywhere and I just started walking backwards and I ended up I think it was Christie's PA set stopped me from falling off of the stage. Rough draft.
There we go. That's amazing, isn't it? This well-oiled machine that I have here.
All right, good thing because now no, okay, yeah.
We were just talking about how
Gary
half
found
of
all these beautiful, talented people.
like half of you weren't actually looking for a band, and then you got together, and it was magic, and it's been magic ever since, and that's amazing. And I love that.
Yeah. We made musical love together when we first got together.
With protection.
With consent.
Earplugs.
With consent.
With consent. That's the most important thing. So I have like do you guys have any like funny stories, anything that happened to you guys together as a band?
Funny stories. Everywhere, and I just started walking backwards, and I ended up I think it was Christie's PA set stopped me from falling off of the stage. That was hilarious. And then another time I accidentally unplugged and kicked Jerry's wire, and then it almost happened with Chris too, but thank God it didn't because she caught on it too, and she kind of like moved out of the way, like, okay, you ain't gonna do this to me. That was my funny story.
Yeah,
you almost. I think. Oh, she had to hold her.
Oh, our first show.
Okay,
our very first show, I didn't tighten my snare holder, my snare stand, and right after, during the first song, my snare drum fell. It toppled onto my leg, and it toppled onto my right leg, which I was using for the bass drum. So I was like, oh my God, I have to keep going. So it was like bouncing off my knee while I was playing it, and I felt like I was juggling, and it was just really odd to play like that the whole time.
So how long did you play like that? Was it the rest of the show or?
Yeah, I did, because I was so nervous that I didn't even take a break in between to fix myself.
Holy shit.
I didn't even stop, I just kept going. And then at the end, I was like, what happened?
Living in the moment.
Yeah.
Just like get out of the haze, like what happened?
Yep.
What's going on here?
No, I accidentally hit Jerry with my bass head once, but that was it.
Accidentally.
Yeah, it was the same show.
We're in our faces.
I wore my hair down. There was wind. I was scared that the train was gonna pass by and completely drown out our set. And then just with a mixture of everything, I tried to try to look at everybody, and there's Jerry.
Damn.
So you guys were like, was it like a tight space?
It was a small.
Wait, where was this?
Corner stage at the
Luna.
Luna and Harlingen upstairs. I think Christy, the lights were in her face.
Oh yeah.
And she was like, what the hell? But she's over here like, okay, concentrate, just look at the keys, look at the keys. So that night, all the lights were in our faces, and I was like trying to look cool, headbanging, and then whoa, I got dizzy. Yeah. Thank God I didn't fall, because that would have been hilarious. That was our first show.
And that was all the same show?
Yeah.
It was the same show.
Holy shit.
Go through any little funny moments, Christy? Other than that time?
Funny. I don't know about funny. I'm frequently forgetting people that I've already performed with, because I'm so focused on performing that, like, there's other bands that come play, we share the stage with, but I'm not like super familiar with them personally. but I get introduced and meet them, and like at this point, we've played with some of the same bands multiple times, and so there's been more than one time where somebody greets me because they recognize me, and I'm like, I don't remember who you are, and then I realize who they are, and I feel like, dang. And so I struggle with remembering faces and names, and also I'm like super, at least like the first 6 months where we were doing shows, like I was just trying to get up there, do my best, and get off the stage, and so to me that's kind of funny. I don't know if that qualifies.
I understand, definitely. Like it's happened to me before. I remember one time that this one girl came up to me. This was like in middle school. It's a long time ago. This girl came up to me. She was like, "Hi, Harvey," and I was like, "Do I know you?" And she like she I never forgot her name ever again because she made sure I never did. And I still remember her. It's Christina. Anyway, I don't know where she's at. But now I have her name in my head, so it works. Anyway, uh, so
Yeah.
Uh,
Hey,
I don't
it's
We're the Christinas.
Sweetest.
So I was gonna ask actually for the lead singer, do you do anything to protect your voice? Do you have any precautions?
Anything to protect my voice? Not really. Not because, yeah, not really. But I do try. I try not to speak too loud because I feel like sometimes I do push my voice a lot, even just when I talk. But I remember, well, when I was first showing my band my screams and all that, because I first came into this band just singing really chill. I didn't show them yet what I could do with my screams because I didn't want to freak them out. I didn't want to
I was
come in.
scared.
Hi, Mama. When I first came into the band, I just started singing and like la la la, ooh, Evanescence style or Paramore style, and then everybody's like, "I like you," and I'm like, "Cool, let me show you what I can do now." Not really, but after that, I was like, "Okay, guys, so you guys know me now. You guys like me. Let me show you what I like to do. Hopefully, you guys like it. This is what I got." And then this will also make us stand out a lot because there's not a lot of females in the valley that can scream and sing at the same time without kind of messing it up. There is a few out there that I give bad props to, and I am happy that I'm part of that too. But here's a little secret, before a show, just to not mess up your throat, just make some hot tea. My beautiful friend right here, my bassist Chris, she introduced me to this brand that I don't know the name of the brand, but
Oh,
you know the name?
I don't know.
But it says throat coat. You could find it at HEB. And if you ever get sick or anyone in your family gets sick and you have a sore throat or go to HEB, get yourself some throat coat tea, and then do this to it. This is my little twist. Throat coat tea, get some raw ginger, throw some raw ginger in there, get yourself some honey, squeeze some honey in there. Also, I like to add a little bit of turmeric powder, some lemon, and a touch of bourbon. Bourbon or spiced rum, especially the Kraken.
Nice.
Oh, soothe the throat, coat the throat, and it's awesome. We played 2 shows one day after the other. And I was already having a sore throat. I was already getting sick. And I said, "Oh my God, how am I gonna do 2 days in a row if I can barely, like, I'm nervous about today." So I made myself a big old cup and I showed up and I was like, "Wish me luck, guys." And we played amazing. That was at Flying Wars. We played the Flying Wars. We sounded amazing. Everybody, some friends were like, sore throat, what, whatever, te estás haciendo? And I'm like, no, really, dude, I'd have a sore throat, and they're like, well, I don't hear nothing wrong with you. The tea. And then I think the next day we also had Simon Says, right? And then the next day we played at Simon Says, and it went beautiful. So I recommend for everybody out there, even if you have a sore throat and you're not a singer, throat coat tea, ginger, turmeric, lemon, honey, and if you want to throw some kick into it, bourbon or spiced rum, baby.
Fuck yeah, you hear the here first, folks.
We need a
Uh,
sponsorship
Already.
from that
Yes.
tea brand.
Fuck yeah.
Kraken spiced rum.
Let's get them in.
Endorses, make a Delta Divide bottle, all that.
Oh,
That'd be
Oh shit. Now give me ideas.
always, and I also try to do try not to talk too much, but that's impossible.
You're doing great.
Tea and shots of olive oil sometimes. Just throw some olive oil and just grizzle it.
Insides.
Grease the insides, lubricate the throat.
Nice, nice. So do you guys have any advice to any aspiring musicians that are just starting out right now?
I do.
Ooh.
Mhm.
Practice every day, at least 15 minutes a day. Because some people think they have to practice for hours, to get anywhere, but that's not true because our brains will actually capture things better when we allow it to rest. So like, let's say that I teach myself a rhythm one day and I play it like, let's say 20-30 minutes. Next day I get on and it comes a lot like easier that way. So that's my tip. Just the tip.
Yeah, just like she said, practice. You need to make sure that you are comfortable with the people that you surround yourself with. And that goes for them saying stuff, the people that you listen to. Just be comfortable and also know your worth. So if you're out there on stage and it happens, and I've seen it happen to some really, really nice younger people that are gonna, provide the future for the scene down here in the valley, where they go and they play and they hear that somebody says this, or they just offer advice, and it's really not, it's criticism, and then they kind of have to look inward on themselves. Don't listen, just know your worth. Know if you practice and that you're comfortable with everybody and you believe in yourself, that you don't need to listen to anybody like that.
Believe in yourself, don't be afraid, always try. And if it doesn't work out, then hey, at least you tried. And never be scared of no, because never give up when you hear a no. You're gonna hear so many no's and so many negative things, but if you keep on trying, you will get to the yes. And then also too, you always have to believe in yourself too. No matter what people tell you, no matter what people criticize you, that they're like, for example, with me, we're Hispanics, family, Catholic, Christian, like, oh my God, you think that screaming is nice? You think that sounds nice? It's like, yeah, it does. Sorry that I can't sing like freaking Vicente Fernandez, but there's people, and you guys might not know our metal or rock community, like the rock world. Like, yes, there is people that are famous with voices that are like blah, 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 like Cannibal Corpse and stuff like that, Dying Fetus, where they're like, what the hell is that? But hey, it's music. So never be afraid of expressing yourself and your weirdness, or no matter what, because one day somebody will embrace it. And never be afraid of those no's. Always, if they tell you no, whatever, always have yes and here. That's what I give advice to people.
And come say hi to us.
Yes.
We'd love
Yeah.
to hear you.
My advice is to learn to breathe properly.
Oh, good one, yeah.
Very good.
That's all. Because that's my biggest struggle, which is fine in practice. I didn't know I had a problem breathing until I was on stage. So I don't know.
It's so much.
I'm not alone in this though. So
Yeah.
free.
They're
So
with-
before being with Delta Divide, have all of you, or has any of you, you've already performed on stage before?
So who
Oh, yeah.
me? Okay.
If he has
Yeah,
both.
so I had been doing some open mics. I played at Stokely's, um just barely like getting introduced to performing like on stage, doing my solo piano stuff. But I was starting real small. I was doing like 1 or 2 songs. But then the like pandemic hit, everything shut down, and um I had never really considered joining a band, but I had kind of gotten a little bit of experience by jamming out with my friend Alex from Destructive Style, the drummer. And so um, I built some confidence and skills, over the beginning of the pandemic, so that by the time Jerry said, "Hey, I'm trying to put together a little project," like I was excited. I had known of Jerry since I was in high school. And I knew of the band Revless that he was in. So I was stoked. I was like, you know what? I think I'm ready. I can do this. And so, yeah.
Okay, we
Okay,
get
and anyone else?
I played at church for several years, but that was about it.
I feel like that's a big help too. Because for me, like with stand up, like I got my start like holding a microphone at church. I was one of them ministers. I would read like one of the readings or whatever. And so that's how I got my introduction to being in front of a microphone for a lot of people. And so I feel like I'm not alone in this, in that church is somehow, leads them into this life of like being surrounded by drugs somehow. Uh,
Yeah.
Yeah. I myself, I joined orchestra since age 12. I started in middle school, I played the viola. So thanks to orchestra, I kind of got my stage fright and fear and nervousness out of the way, and then I became really, really good that by high school, I was first chair for the 4 years of high school. So I was in the front, in front of everybody, and I was lead. So if I messed up, my whole section messes up. So that put a lot of pressure into me, but also my teacher, Mr. Eagle from La Jolla Orchestra Department, shout out. Cause that person's a big part of my life. I mean, if it wasn't for that man, I don't know if I would be doing music. He helped me get rid of that fear a lot, cause I was a leader, so that was pretty cool. And then also too, I like to karaoke and I like to be a silly goose. So even if they have karaoke at Chili's or Applebee's, I get up there and I do my thing and I like to make people laugh. So I do still get nervous, but once I start, letting it loose and goose, then I just get rid of that fear.
Yeah, same here. I mean, as far as advice goes to the youngins, the kiddies, next generation or so, I mean, pretty much similar to what they were saying, just find your own sound, just do you, I mean, me personally, I'm more of a rhythm guitarist than a crazy lead, I'm no, Steve Vai or Joe Satriani or whatever, but just find your groove, find your sound, and just jam with anybody, pretty much, whoever will give you the time of day, just go hang out, jam out, whatever, because you never know what can happen, I just got, very fortunate and blessed in the sense, to come across these people, that also wanted to jam, and we've been doing it, pretty well, pretty nicely so far. As far as shows go, I mean, I don't really have any like pre-show
Wrap up.
prep up or anything, I just, just do it pretty
Show up,
much.
plug it in.
Yeah.
Do you
Yeah.
get nervous?
Well, yeah, I mean, pretty much to what you were saying also, okay, usually after the first song, the nerves calm down a little bit. And to me, it really helps seeing a crowd get into it. I mean, the more crowd is into it and moving or just, you know, grooving, we feed off, or I do. Well, I know we all do. We all feed off it. Obviously, we're doing well enough to where they're feeling the vibe, they're getting down, you know, and that's always a big help, you know, and
What is it, they're cutting a rug, was that the expression?
well, yeah, I mean, cutting a rug, yeah, pretty much. If you're not familiar with that, no, okay, well, it's
No.
just like, huh, oh. You know, they're getting down, you know, they're just moving and grooving, pretty much, you know, they're dancing, youngins. Kitties.
Nice. That's is that like the young people vernacular now? Like what is that?
Yeah, I mean, we're still learning, I'm still learning, you know, as far as, you know, what's hip and happening, you know, these
I
days.
can't.
I
No.
tried keeping up, but I don't know. Last thing I heard, kids were calling hot dogs glizzies.
Oh,
Oh,
What?
Glizzy's, Ozzy told me that.
Glizzies.
Ozzy,
yeah, man.
Glizzy,
Lizzie's.
hot dogs, yeah.
What?
I don't know.
I guess I'm more up to date than you are, huh?
Yeah,
Huh, yeah, you are,
makes
guys.
me wanna feel bad.
We're still learning.
Next time we're doing a barbecue.
So I do want to touch on a few things. I know you mentioned the band directors helping out. You know, a big shout out to band directors. I was in band as well. And so I have just I'm wondering if anyone else, you know, had a similar experience.
Orchestra.
Band, orchestra, mariachi.
Percussion, drumline.
I
Okay.
played the French horn in 6th grade.
It's
I got.
nice. Did you stop playing after 6th grade?
I wanted to do art more.
Pretty
but-
awesome too, yeah.
Nice.
And the
I was in
French
band.
horn is really like obnoxious to call around. Like, not, it sucked. I wrote the bus too. It was just like,
I remember that. Yeah, with a baritone. Imagine that.
my younger siblings, both of them were in band though, did marching band all the way to high school, and my brother played with the UT band. I played
Nice.
trumpet for like all 4 years of college, so in Austin. So yeah, musical family kind of, I guess.
Oh yeah.
And as us Delta Divide, as a family, we really, we really like, we wanna say to all the younger generations and people that are still in high school and middle school that are in band or orchestra or choir or mariachi, keep on doing it, bro, cause you never know. Look at us, like, look at us all nerds. We were in band, we we're doing our thing, and look at us now, like, you know, it's not just an elective that you can take. It could change your life.
Pay attention.
Yeah, so if anybody that's listening or watching, keep on doing it, and you know, it's always a beautiful thing to pick up an instrument or even just your own voice, cause it's also music also helps the soul rest and you know, problem stuff. So never get discouraged and keep on pushing it, cause you never know, you could do it in high school and then look at us now, we're doing it now too.
Fuck yeah.
Mm.
I do want to mention a few things about the some of the songs. I did go to the YouTube and check out some of the songs that you have, guys. Some of the songs that you guys have there. One of them that I really liked that got me really sad for some reason was Honey.
Oh,
Oh,
Um,
honey.
huh?
You like honey?
I
What
like
do you
Honey.
think about it? Tell us your opinion.
It just made me feel sad, and I like that. I don't know what it is. It just really it pulled at me for some reason.
Did I touch
So
you?
so I wanted to ask about that. Like, what was writing that? What was that like? What?
Well, you know, let me ask you, why did it make you feel sad?
Honestly, I don't know. I just listened to it, and I just
Yeah.
something maybe something in your voice came through. Or it was maybe I don't know, just your voice combined with the music, just the way it sounded. It's something there was something deeply sad about it for some reason.
Feel my feelings through the song, I guess, I would put it. So Honey, was written for everybody out there. We've all had our hearts broken, you know, in any way, shape, or form. has struggled with love, and that is in any shape or form, with a spouse, a boyfriend, a girlfriend, relationships, friendships, family, parents, siblings. We've all had our hearts broken somehow, in some way. And Honey was written kind of like to tell those people like, hey, I loved you so much, but in the end, I was nothing. I was just a joke for you. So F you, F you, and F you for hurting me, F you for everything you did to me. And then also there's a quote on there that says, bees, you and I, consider yourself a bee. Bees don't waste their time explaining to flies why honey, us, where, bees make honey, is better than shit. Like, you try to make these people, you try to show these people like, hey, I'm a bee, I make honey, I'm beautiful, I'm golden, I'm sweet, I'm amazing, I'm a hard worker, I'm dedicated. I follow my queen, I worship my queen, which is, the person you love. We back that person up in anything. And those people are flies. And what do flies do? Nothing. Do they follow like a bee? A bee. Do they follow a queen like bees follow their queen?
Is there a fly hive?
Is there a fly hive? No. What do they make? Nothing. They just go and sit on shit and feed on shit. And some people do that to us, They leave a really good person with good hearts for pieces of shits. I'm sorry to say it. Or for people, for something that I don't know how to explain it.
Like ideas that are shit.
Yes, like
Not just people.
and then we get brokenhearted, and then for example, some people could be like, wow, man, I can't believe that this person left you for that other person. That other person is nothing compared to who you are. You are so much better. You're such a way better human being. You're full of love. They don't see that, they don't see that. So the song was written like, hey, we're all bees and we're beautiful and we're amazing, and people just come and break our hearts, and they just come and ruin our beehive, or all the hard work you put into that person, that project, that thing, that person you love, and then in the end they just turn around and they tell you bye. So it's kind of like, hey, F you, I loved you, I cared about you, I put all this hard work and effort like a hardworking bee, and then you just go off and decide to go land on a piece of poop and feed off of it. But thank you. Thank you also for showing me that I am worth more, that I am worthy of love, that I am worthy of finding that queen bee that I need by my side. And then also,
Preach.
yeah. And then also too, if you hate them a little bit and you want to get back at them, there's a way to torture people that they used to do back in the day. Tie them up on a tree, cover them in honey, and let the ants come over and have a feast, baby. So it has its, I feel that's why you feel that, that, because it's a bunch of emotions put in a song, like
Yeah.
sad, I'm mad, I'm proud of myself. And then in the end, if you listen at the end, I say thank you. Because it's like after all the anger and after all the pain, then you stop and reflect and you're like, you know what, dude? Thank you, man. Thank you for putting me through this experience, because now I know my self-worth, which is where the song For What It's Worth comes from. That is how that also was created, from Honey. And a lot of our fans like Honey a lot too, because I guess they feel it, and they also feel it deep down inside. And like everybody else, we've all been hurt, and I'm hurt, and sometimes I cannot let go of my feelings. And when I wrote Honey was because I was really, really, really hurt by somebody, and that's how those lyrics came out. So I feel like y'all can feel me in that song too, but yet
Yeah.
I'm doing everybody else too.
I agree. I think we can, and I feel like part of it is that you're so like authentic, and it comes out in in your song, and it you can hear it. It's not hear it, you can feel it. It's there. It's right there, and I think that's beautiful. That's amazing. And I think that's a really big reason why you guys are doing so well. And I think just keep doing what you're doing, and you're gonna keep doing amazing. Uh,
Well,
what are your
Honey's
goals?
the
Oh,
song we're
sorry.
recording.
Go ahead.
Honey's the next song we're recording,
Okay.
so stay tuned for that.
Hell yeah, I'm excited.
Mhm.
It sounds amazing.
Yeah.
I can imagine.
Amazing. You have a flower in your shirt. No, no, no.
Oh.
Fuck
Now
yeah.
the bees. Yeah. A
So
lot of our fans like it too when we go out there too. A lot of people are like, dude, that song Honey, man. And everybody's getting into it and they're kind of like doing the fuck you. And I thought it wasn't gonna work out because when I was writing that song, I was like, I repeat a lot of bad words, but
Yeah.
it works. It worked.
yeah,
Babe. Not kidding.
It is, it's a nice one. It's a nice break after some of the songs that we do, and then to see everybody slow down and listen to Kay, and they're looking
Yes.
at her and to see the expressions on their faces and to see everybody just come together and that they're feeling the same thing. It's such a really cool experience to see from our vantage point.
Mhm.
that's so amazing.
These family members said that I almost made them cry.
Uh,
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah, that was my sister. Yeah, my sister has been visiting from out of town. And she caught one of my shows. She caught the first show of ours, her first show of ours. And yeah, she was like, your vocalist is just amazing. She had me tearing up like twice and like, wow. So yeah, that's a really good feeling to know that our music is touching people in that kind of way. Because to piggyback off what Kay was saying, music helps us to heal, really.
Mhm.
I mean, that's half of why I do it. I need to quiet this brain.
That's amazing. So to that, like, do you guys see this kind of like as a vehicle for healing?
Yeah,
Just
I
like,
know I do.
but,
go ahead, Chrissy.
I said I know I do. I know that I do. I've for me, for sure, music is therapeutic. It's something that I rely on to help me regulate in some way and feel better and accomplish more. When I don't play, it's like a black hole starts to grow in me. So I don't know, I'll let the rest of the band share.
well, I was just gonna say, that, I feel very fortunate, like as a band, like collectively, you know, like collectively, we're into everything from like the Doors to fucking Deicide now, you know what I mean? So because of that spectrum, I think it can only help us to be able to play along with other bands that may sound totally different. Like, for example, like in my opinion, I don't really see us as like a metal band or a hardcore deathcore band, but it doesn't mean that we couldn't maybe open up, for a metal or a hardcore band. We can still hold our own, and still kind of show, in my opinion. And it's definitely healthy. It heals. I mean, it's very de-stressing. Pretty much. It's definitely an avenue or a vessel of of expression. What I'm saying, pretty much. Yeah.
It heals the wounds. It heals the wounds.
Anyone else? Anything to share?
Chispa.
Chispa, what do you have to say?
Chispa, what do you say? Does it make you feel good too?
That's our mascot there.
She hates when I.
But yeah, and the two, you know, we've all gone through our things, and I feel like this has helped me heal too, because if it wasn't for this band, my emotions and my anger and my sadness and all the stuff that I have pent up inside will probably show up in tears and crying and feeling bad about yourself. And some people have weaknesses and choose alcohol and other things to cope. But I'm happy that I found this band because, you know, I'm a weak person, you know. And I feel like if I didn't have this band, I'd be probably drinking and crying in my car.
I think saying you're a weak person makes you a strong
Screaming
person
in the car.
inherently.
And since I've been with my band, like, you know, you've had that moment where somebody breaks your heart and then you're there drinking and you're like, you know. But I was doing that, literally. I was literally doing that during pandemic. And then I found my band and I came in and I showed them everything I had, and they actually have helped me heal. And you guys, I don't know if you guys have noticed, but when I first came into this band, I would show up with 18 packs or 12 packs of beer. And now I just show up with water. I don't drink anymore. I feel like that has actually healed me somehow, because I'm not really drinking anymore. We used to jam out and I used to toss them back and be like, okay, Jesus, take the wheel, because I don't know. I'm driving that home.
We still do occasionally.
We
We like
do.
to have a good time, but for different reasons.
Yes,
It's
yeah.
happy drinking now.
Yeah, now it's happy drinking,
That's
so
good.
and I'm really happy for that.
Do you
There's
think
no-
you were sorry?
Say no to drugs.
Yeah.
I only smoke weed. I don't do drugs.
That's okay.
Put
Only
the crap
plants.
back on the base.
Uh,
Yeah.
Hooray for weed. I think can I end the interview on mine?
Sure.
Yeah, you over here so you can get
Go
over
ahead.
here.
Wait, I need a minute to off the record here talk to my band.
Okay, so Christy had to go. She's meeting up with you guys. You guys are gonna start practice in a little bit, so I don't want to keep you for too long, but you can't start practice without Christy, so I'm still gonna keep you for a little bit. Especially because I absolutely forgot to record, and that's completely my bad, but I did block an hour and a half. So
all right, it
Yeah.
happens.
Together for a year now.
Almost a half.
Almost a year and a half. We all found each other through Jerry. Thanks through Jerry for reaching out.
Yeah.
We all met each other, and the first moment we all got together. We had everything ready as far as lyrics and the beat, everything. We were the right pieces to the puzzle, because once we came together in our first jam, we made magic in our first jam, and that's how Delta Divide was created, which we're really, 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 really proud of. And then also
Amazing.
too, Christy came up with the Delta Divide name, because geographically, the valley is not a valley, it's a delta. There's no hills or mountains anywhere, and we are divided by the Rio Grande River. And we're right in the smack middle of our, you know, the valley map or county maps. So we're all mostly from Mission, and that's how we all became together, and it was awesome. So thank you, Jerry. Because if it wasn't for you, we wouldn't be here having this awesome interview with this handsome gentleman over here.
Hey, you gotta pay me.
Oh, God, no.
So I think that's a good segue to, like, what are some of the difficult conversations that you guys have had, and how do you manage that?
No, we have had.
Difficult conversations?
Yeah.
So I think, we found that it's very important to be direct with each other. because it works best like that, if we just say what we need to say. Okay, Cheese Ball, what the?
She's about jamming out too. That's gonna be our next song.
So just being really honest with each other. And also finding compromises. So we need to find things that work for everyone, because if we don't have a unanimous yes, it's still gonna be a no, because we need everybody on board for everything that we do.
Mhm. So it's
Honesty
honesty and respect.
and respect.
Okay, that's
Communication, yeah, because we all respect, if somebody has their opinion, like, hey, I don't like this, this doesn't make me comfortable. We're like, oh, thank you for putting it out there, and we respect you. How could we make this work, you know? So that's a big part of us, that's why we're such a good unit, because we're not hard-headed people, here.
okay. That's good. That's good to have, especially when you have this environment or this, type of family dynamic where you guys are constantly, in each other's vicinity and, you know, problems are gonna arise, at some point, and so it's good to have that as sort of a like a lubricant to kind of just smooth things out, together. That's pretty cool. And I love that. I mean, it sounds to me like you guys are like family, which is amazing. Um, and so and I love that, just looking at you guys interacting, it seems like you're just also like authentic. And I think that's one of the things that makes, the band great, and it makes, you guys work so well together. It's something that you don't really see too much, I don't think. But this is it's really special. It's truly special what you guys have here, and I really think that, and I think that's amazing.
Thank
Um, I still have a few more questions. I don't want to keep you too long again, like I said, but like I did write some things out. Are there any tracks, any standout tracks that you guys, that hold any like a special meaning for the band, or you guys individually?
Wait, can you say that again? I'm sorry, it's because Jerry,
Are are there any like tracks, any individual tracks that, hold a special meaning for you guys, either as a band or individually?
like from our songs or any songs?
I meant it from your songs, but also any other songs that also, I'm also interested to hear that.
Okay. I don't know.
They're all so good.
I feel like so far all our songs are like a story altogether, essentially. Like the lyrics are different, but they kind of mesh in as far as the meanings and the stories behind them. So to me, at the moment, all the songs we have right now kind of are meaningful equally.
Mhm.
Okay,
I
that's
felt, honey, as you can tell, I mean, and not a lot of people know, not even my band knows, but like I get teary-eyed when I sing it, and when there's moments that you can feel, like our last show that we had at 707, thank you for 707 for having us, and Rain Shines Productions, Andrew Rains, for inviting us and throwing us out there. Yeah, that day was amazing, and I felt like we all rocked it, and my songs and my lyrics came out beautifully, and I got a little emotional when I did do Honey. And little deep down inside, I was tearing, but I would turn away and wipe them away and just go back to it. So I really bond with Honey, and then of course the other songs too.
Yeah, it's not so much the songs for me, because when we figure out what's gonna work and what's not, we always talk to each other. I know what every other member of the band is doing as far as when writing comes into play, because we listen to each other. So I know what Kay's singing, I know what Jerry's playing. So the song meanings itself, which I do like, and I carry them with me. It's just everything else that's going on behind the scenes that nobody gets to see or hear when we're performing those songs, because I remember, you know, kid was going through this at that point in time when we were practicing it and when we were writing it, and or Jerry was going through this, or I had this going on in my life. So it's just whenever I hear some of the songs or when we're up there playing it and I see people's reactions in their faces, I get reminded of what we were going through at that time during the process of getting it ready to present to everybody. And it blows my mind in that sense. I don't know why I do that. I haven't done that with any other band, but that's what I hold near and dear to me. And then I look at the progress of where we're at now versus where we were then.
Well, in my opinion, I mean, I think my favorite or preferred song is always gonna be the newest one, because to me, it's always good having new blood, having something new, you know what I mean? Like it's new, it's happening, it's groovy, you know, it's fresh, you know, so, and as far as our other songs go, I mean, pretty much similar to what Chris was saying, you know, is personally, I feed more off of the crowd's interaction. So after our set, I mean, in my opinion, like as long as at least one person, someone new approaches us or something and says, hey, you guys are awesome, or you're all cool, or, something positive, to me, that's worth everything, you know? And of course, seeing a crowd, jump in and, headbanging doesn't hurt either and all, but that's me. Can't hear you.
Oh, I think you're muted.
Oh, sorry. I do like what you said about, each new song being your favorite, right? To a sense, because like I do feel like when you're ranking songs, when you're making, I mean, I'm not a musician, obviously, right? But I do feel like there's probably like each new song that you write kind of builds on the experience of the last one, or that you play that builds on the experience of the last one, and it's kind of just always building. And so I like that. I like that answer. It's pretty cool. Um, do you guys have any or what are your goals for the band?
To infinity and beyond.
Yeah, pretty
Yeah,
much.
yeah.
Our goals will, for example, Jerry, show off your shirt. Let's see the back of your shirt.
Well, yeah.
One of our goals, we want all these people to walk around with
Yeah,
our
like-
faces
like-
on their shirts.
At the front.
That's the front, the lower, there you go. There you go. We got our picture in the back of that shirt. Our goals is to travel and see as much as we can see of the world and see new stages other than the valley stages. Opening up for bigger bands and being involved with bigger bands and try to do what all the other bands do, try to be famous, try to get out there. I wanna open and end up being, invited to go on tour, invited to open up for somebody really amazing. Talking about that, I feel really proud of us because we're gonna play with And the Hero Prevails.
Mhm.
We're gonna play it with And the Hero Prevails. When is it again? July.
24th.
And I'm
Oh,
happy.
Sorry.
I'm happy because And the Hero Prevails, they have opened up for The Offspring
Dang.
and for another band that I like a lot, Attila.
Super.
And I'm really proud of those guys, because those guys are from the valley. And look at where they're getting. I want to go
Nice.
there. So I feel happy that they invited us to play with them, because they are getting out there, and I wanna I wanna end up in their shoes too. I wanna be out there like they are too. And they have awesome music videos and they have people following them, so the sky's the limit, and Delta Divide wants to get out there as much as we can.
Oh yeah.
They can be like, oh my God, it's Escape from Delta Divide. Can I have an autograph? Can I take a picture? You know? Yes, you can, you know?
We're hoping to like, it'd be pretty sweet if like next year, maybe for Project Fingers. It'd be cool if we can play at next year's South by Southwest. Or next year's what was that concert, the Sick New World or whatever?
Oh, yeah.
That'd be sweet.
Or even the festivals that they throw here in the
Yeah.
valley, like the ones,
Grass.
yeah, like Grass Fed, or when Comic Con throws shows. I know Comic Con always has Sonic Boom playing, cause they cover a lot of like video game stuff. Or even like the McAllen festivals or the little festivals that are thrown out there by the convention center, how they have the stage out there. Like even, I would be so grateful even if we make it to that, you know. To let our community and our area here get to know us first. That way, when they see us in San Antonio, Houston, Austin, Dallas, they'll be like, dude, those guys are from the Delta. Those guys are from the Valley. They're from the 956.
Yeah.
So that's a
Yeah.
big thing that we're reaching for.
Fuck yeah, I'm pretty sure you guys can achieve anything that you guys put your mind to, because like you guys, like I can't tell you enough. You guys sound amazing. Like you guys are great. I really think you guys are, you're gonna do this. Um, Now I do have questions, like as far as like you mentioned music videos. Have you guys thought about this?
Yeah.
But music videos?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I mean, we have, it's just, of course, always, money, even though we do have some, that they may, hook us up, some people that we know, and they may try to hook us up and all, and, as far as that goes, but yeah, we're definitely open to making a possible, music video, even if it's just something basic of us jamming here or something, I mean, cause with good editing, you can make, make it look all kinds of, ways, and so yeah, hopefully in the future, we'll.
Do you
do
guys
that.
know Hancho Villa from Harlingen?
I've heard of him.
So you guys should check him out. I think this is a good example. Like Hancho Villa makes his own music videos. He records on iPhone, and he edits on iPhone, and like it's all like if you see it, no way you would know. You should check out his music videos. So it's really it's a really good example of good content that you can make like in the palm of your hands.
Wow.
You won't need like, I mean, it is good to have, resources and save up to, get a cameraographer and like a real professional stuff, but like just with what you already have, there's so much that you can do. And I think that's a good example. And I think you guys should really check him out. He's from Harlingen. He's a rapper. Maybe if not, if the genre maybe isn't for you, just the just check out what he can do, right? What you can do with what you already have, basically.
Skills are skills.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And so we're approaching 7:30 now. We got 5 minutes left. I'm just gonna ask about any upcoming things. I know you guys have gigs, what is it, June 24th, July 8th, and July 24th.
Yes.
Are there more, and where are you guys playing?
None right now. We don't like to book too much in advance just because, we got mothers, we got business owners, we got lives going on. Not only that, but especially with the summer months coming in, so and so has allergies, this one has that. But we are definitely open. We do like to stay in contact with everybody, see what all of our other band friends are up to. I like to see the experiences that they have had. So if they let us know of anything, then we'll let you all know and we'll throw it out there on the social media as soon as possible.
Hell yeah. So where can people find you guys on social media?
We are on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and TikTok.
All of
Yeah.
them Delta Divide? At Delta Divide?
Yes.
Add Delta Divide, lowercase, everything. Right.
It'll work either way, I think,
Yeah.
if you type it capitalized or lowercase.
Yeah, and then also too, I wanna give a big shout out to all the people that supported us and are supporting us and people that have bought our merch. Big shout out to everybody. If you have bought any of our merch and you're wearing it, big thank you, tag us. We just had a friend go out, downtown, go do his thing, party, and he wore our shirt, tagged us. And it's awesome to see, people representing us and wearing our merch and going out there, and people and supporting us. So if you have bought any merch or any stickers, or I've taken a picture with you, or you come and seen our shows, come take pictures with us, tag us on your videos. Like for example, you like Honey, let's say you're at our show and you record us singing Honey, tag us on that, put it on your social media and be like, dude, I love this song because like she made me feel all these emotions and I love it. Check out Delta Divide. Here is Delta Divide and all their social media. That way also too they can keep up with what we're recently coming up with, our new songs and our shows. So far right now, June 24th, we're gonna have a show out there at 707 again. That will be our next show coming up.
It's not a metal show, right?
It's called Not a Metal Show.
Not a metal show, okay, it's a metal show.
It's a metal show, yeah.
I was like,
We're gonna be.
That sounds like a metal show you would put at a coffee shop.
Yeah, it's not a metal show. Wink, wink. We're gonna play out there with a lot of our homies and awesome bands.
Amazing.
Shout out to Zeke from Monodacy.
Yes.
Yeah,
He has been doing our sound lately and amazing. I don't know what you do, Zeke, but whatever you do, bro, it works. And
He's
people,
my cuz.
Yeah.
Unofficial.
and
Yeah.
So thank you to him, and thank you for all the other bands too that follow us, help us, support us.
Yes.
Thank you a lot to Feto and his wife.
yes.
They help us out a lot too, to have shows out there at 707. Andrew Rains from the Perfuse, thank you very much. Shout out to Fox Motel from San Antonio. Missy, she also threw us out there. We had one show in San Antonio at the Amp Room. We were really proud of that. So can't wait to go out there again. Next time I want to be at the Paper Tiger or somewhere. And then other than 707, also in July 8th, we will be at Moon Rock in Harlingen at the Hero Prevails and other amazing bands. Monodacy will be out there with us too. And we're gonna have a lot of vendors, local vendors. Support your local vendors, support your entrepreneurs, hardworking business people. It's always best to buy local and buy, from a fellow mate instead of a big franchise company. We're all trying to feed and clothe our families and provide food for our tables. So, go check us out and you'll see all our posts on our social medias of where we're gonna be at. And come stop by, say hi to us, take a picture with us. We'll give you a little goodie. We have little keychains with bottle openers so we can hook you up with a little sticker.
Yeah, we got merch.
We got merch. We got 2 shirts, koozies,
Yeah,
lighters.
2 shirt designs.
2 shirt designs.
Yeah.
We have 2 shirts, so limited.
We have
It's
to
limited.
mud wrestle for them.
You're gonna have to wrestle somebody because it's limited edition. Limited edition, they're signed. No, we
That
have
could be
2
a good sales tactic though. Just telling people you have 2 shirts left. It's like, come get them now.
Right, get
Well,
them.
you have like 500 in the box, but like they don't know that.
Yeah,
That's true.
so support, and then also too, whatever, even if you don't wanna buy or don't have enough to buy anything, just your love and support, even a tag helps us out a lot, a tag helps us out a lot. Or even if you have 50 cents in your pocket, hey, those 50 cents will go towards us recording another song. So any kind of support from any single matter or way helps us out a lot too, and I wanna thank everybody that has supported us in the past and everybody that will support us in the future. We love you guys. If it
Yeah,
wasn't for all of you guys, we would still be here jamming out at the house.
yeah. And thank you
Beautiful.
to.
And thank you
Podcast.
to a lot also for
reaching
having
out.
us, yeah.
Thank you.
appreciate
I mean, I really believe in what you guys are doing. So it's just really not, it's nothing for me, you know, just, I love watching people do, just create art, you know, just whatever art means for them, you know, I tell dick jokes, you know, and that's my art, you know, and so I've, you know, I really, also I was born into a musical family, like my brothers also, they play music. And I really love music, but I never had the discipline to practice. And so I'm still a performer. I just, you know, write dick jokes instead. So, anyway, I love you guys. Thank you so much for taking your time, you know, for being here. Sorry I kept you past 7:30. It's been 3 minutes since, and I keep staring at the clock. Um,
Yeah,
and
we
so
wanna-
I really, sorry, go ahead.
You're doing an amazing job, dude.
Yes.
Yeah.
I
Oh.
love it. You have everything on point. Your questions are awesome. You know what you're doing, bro.
Oh, thank you, man. Really appreciate it.
If you need
Um,
support in any shape, way, or form, we're here for you.
Thank you, thank you. I really would like to have you guys back, especially whenever you guys release more other things that we can have other things to talk about. And I did hear the word mother in there, and so I don't want to, you know, let that slide. I also want to ask about that, but we'll ask another time. I'm just for context, I'm gonna be a father soon, and so I have questions. Thank you,
Congrats,
First
thank
baby,
you. Yeah,
yeah, do you know the gender?
congrats.
no, I don't know.
No.
Wife doesn't want to know.
Oh,
So-
nice.
We compromised and we decided that I'm not gonna know.
Well, if you need anybody to host your baby shower or games and all that,
MC.
I'll be the MC. I'm really good at that. I just came from one right now, so.
Oh yeah,
Like,
thank you Lord for that.
Hey, also,
yeah, we'll play also. Your family's gonna be like, what in the what?
Absolutely, you got to be there. Okay, so thank you. I'm not gonna keep you any longer. Thank you much for taking your time, and you know, I don't know what you guys.
Cry, baby, like.
I know. So thank you so much. Thank you for your time.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.